Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you like my vegan story. A lot of the time people say to me, I could never go vegan, it just seems too hard. If I said to myself, in a few years you're going to be vegan, I would probably have laughed and said absolutely not. I always sort of thought of vegans and even vegetarians as quite extreme. I didn't understand and I was just quite ignorant to the whole thing. But obviously now I can't believe I would have thought that. I used to eat some really strange food. I used to be really fussy with what I ate, and I used to barely eat any vegetables. I hated them. I just really would reject anything like that from my plate. I'd only eat beige food, and it's absolutely bizarre. So I'd eat things like chips, chicken nuggets, bread, crisps, all that kind of stuff. And basically I don't even know how I'm still alive, because I don't know where I was getting my nutrients from. On a side note, a lot of the time people say, oh my god, you're vegan, where did you get your X, Y and Z nutrient from? And you're just like, well actually, where did I get my nutrients from before? Because I'm getting far more now than I ever did before, so. But nobody questioned me when I was just eating all the beige stuff. So I kind of think, if I was that fussy person with food and I didn't even like vegetables at all, then everyone else has got a much better chance than me. I went vegetarian first for a few months, and then I realise that I wanted to go vegan. But the more I sort of limited my diet in the sense of what I could eat, the more options strangely opened out to me. So my taste changed and I just started really enjoying things I'd never liked before. I realised how many amazing plant-based foods there were out there, and it just made eating food so much more exciting. I just felt so much better. I have so much more energy now than I ever have had before. Obviously my diet before was pretty awful, so I just felt really lethargic and, you know, I didn't really have that much energy. But now I have so much energy. My skin before used to be quite bad. The reason why I wanted to become originally vegetarian was basically for the animals. I saw some videos on Facebook, I think, and about like chickens, because chicken was the meat that I used to eat the most. I used to really like chicken burgers, chicken nuggets, all that kind of thing. So I saw a video about how broiler chickens were kept and the conditions that they lived in, and it really upset me, and I think I was just quite ignorant to it before. I didn't realise how much suffering was caused in that industry. I had the idea that chickens were out in the field, in the farm and all that kind of stuff, and all the things you're fed in the media about humane killing, and I don't know, I think I was just quite ignorant. But now I kind of feel like there's no type of killing that's humane, because why should we kill other beings just so we can enjoy some food when there's so many other things we can eat? I saw that, and I had a couple of friends at the time who were vegetarian. I spoke to them about it and they told me why they were. The more I sort of opened my eyes to it, the less I could unsee, and I just couldn't be part of it anymore. So I completely stopped eating meat. But being vegetarian, I carried on eating cheese and eggs and things like that. But it sort of happened in a similar way. I met some vegan friends, and they told me why they were vegan as opposed to being vegetarian, and the cruelties that are involved in like the milk industry, the egg industry. I also had a chance to do some research assistant work on a dairy farm for an animal behaviour student, and I got to see the conditions that they were kept in. And it was like a really good farm, but for me that even felt not right. And because I saw a baby calf being taken away from its mother very soon after it was born, and I could hear the calf sort of screaming for the mother, and I saw the mother looking quite distressed and circling around in this pen that she was being kept in. I saw the calves being kept separately originally from the mother, the female calves, and I just thought, oh, that's horrific, and that is what I'm still funding by drinking milk and eating cheese. I couldn't unsee it, I couldn't unknow it. I'd opened my eyes and it was a bit like opening Pandora's box. I couldn't put it back in. So that was sort of it, and I learnt about things that happened in the egg industry, about how baby chicks are, if they're male, when they're born they're ground alive, and it's just things like that, barbaric. But there's far more other reasons why, but these are just the initial reasons of when I first found out what the reasons were that I actually originally went vegan. Now I know far more about the cruelties and things like that from watching documentaries. I was in Exeter at university at the time, and there was an animal welfare society, there was a vegan vegetarian society, there was quite a lot of people around in that area where I had quite a lot of support, which was so helpful for recipes, for ideas of things to cook. We had like vegan food nights and things like that, and I learnt so much from them, and I feel like that support was really, really important for me at the time. So I could understand how it might be a bit more difficult if you're on your own and you didn't have that support. But there are lots of now websites and online places you can find help for starting off going vegan. There's lots of groups on Facebook that are really great if you want some advice from the vegan community or vegetarian community. Things that you can cook, places you can buy stuff. One of the unseen consequences of going vegan was I made so many lovely friends through being vegan. I met so many amazing people from going to like veg fests, vegan meetups, people at the time in Exeter that were also vegan. It just brought us all together. There's just such a big vegan community online now, and people are so nice and will help you if you post on groups. So to round it all off, I just feel like being vegan is one of the best decisions I've ever made. I feel so much better from it. I made loads of friends. I get to go to amazing vegan meetups, get to try lots of lovely food, and for me it changed food. It made food so much more exciting and opened up my options and let me try so many different things that I would never try before, because I'm like, oh, this is vegan, I can try it, it'll be great. So that's the end of the video now, guys. Please, if you like this video, I'm going to be making more videos like this. If you would like to comment below and like the video, I'd really appreciate that. You can comment below and tell me your reasons for going vegan if you have, or if you have any questions for me about my story, please feel free to comment. And if you like this video, I'll be making more, so please subscribe below. Thanks guys, bye! It's probably like the healthiest junk food that you can have. Obviously it's still junk food because it's still fried in oil, but sometimes, you know, you just fancy that, and as a vegan you don't have to be healthy all the time.